Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Happy horror season, happy Halloween. So, today we are going to, what did I say? I meant me. I'm gonna be making another video for you guys for my channel on some of my favorite, like top 5 horror, movies. Have it written down right here so I won't forget. And, let's get started. Number 5, we have The Ring. The Ring is a early 2000s horror movie. It is about a videotape. If you watch this videotape, you're gonna die in 7 days, of this girl named Samara, who was dropped in a well by her mother. And if you, for some reason, this is on tape. If you watch this on tape, you're gonna die in 7 days. But this movie was like the first horror movie I watched as a kid, and it's what really got me into horror movies. So I had to put this on the list as like, just a little memory, a nod to my childhood. Now, coming in at number 4, we have the Halloween franchise. If I'm looking down, I got my notebook in my other hand, and I'm recording this with my phone in my other hand. So if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notebook. So, number 4, we have the Halloween franchise. Halloween franchise has been around since the 1970s or 80s, I want to say. I've seen all of the movies. I need to watch the other 2 that they made, Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills. I have yet to watch those. I will be watching those this month for horror Halloween season. But I love the Halloween franchise. It's one of my favorite movie franchises that I like growing up. So if you haven't seen the movies, if you haven't seen all of them, you should watch. Number 3, we have Chucky, also known as Child's Play movie franchise. That is another franchise of mine that I like. I love horror movie franchises more than others, but this is something that I also like, that I grew up watching. They have multiple movies. Sorry about that. They have multiple movies out. My favorite one is Bride of Chucky. I also like the TV series that they came out with. I also like how they included like queer LGBTQ characters in the series. They didn't really do that for the movies, but they did it for the series, which is nice. Also, I believe these movies were written by a queer, like, gay person. Let me know in the comments if you know. I'm just guessing. But yeah, Chucky / Child's Play, number 3. Number 2 is House of Wax. House of Wax is another early 2000s horror movie. It's about like a group of friends who go on a road trip. They get stranded in the middle of nowhere, and they come into this town. Little do they know, the town isn't what they think it is. It's people that are made into wax figures, and they're in for a rude awakening. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite horror movies. I grew up watching this movie as a kid. Also, Paris Hilton was in this movie as well. I did not know that. But yeah, House of Wax. If you like horror movies, early 2000s horror movies, they weren't really that bad to me, but I don't know. I think there's a certain level of horror movies and from a certain era that's better than the other ones. But I do like House of Wax. Coming in at number one, we have the Underworld franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, The Craft, and The Crow. So, the Underworld franchise with Kate Beckinsale and Scott Speedman, I absolutely love those movies. I love those movies. It's it's kind of like a gothic, like futuristic, like horror movie with vampires and werewolves. Well, lycans. They don't call them werewolves, but they're like lycans. And it's in the underworld where it's like a group of supernatural beings, well, mostly vampires. And I think like the werewolves are their enemies. Celine and Michael, played by Kate Beckinsale and Scott Speedman. I absolutely love Kate Beckinsale. She's one of my favorite actresses. She ate that role up. I absolutely loved her in those movies. I've seen all of them, including the newer ones that they came out with like a couple years ago. I've seen those as well. But I love those movies. I also love the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. I love those movies. Freddy Krueger is Freddy Krueger is one of those like classic horror movie villains. He will literally kill you in your sleep, and that's kind of scary to me, because can you imagine going to sleep and then someone tries to kill you in your sleep? Like, that's insane to me. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, I've seen all of the movies. Also, I believe Johnny Depp was in one of them as well. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street movies have been around for years, just like the Halloween franchise. It's pretty cool. It's interesting. And also, I want to say that the movies, it was based off of like a real life situation that happened to somebody. Like someone actually died in their sleep because of a dream that they had, or something was attacking them in the dream. It's kind of sad. Nightmare on Elm Street, The Underworld, I love those movies. Other movies that I love, we have The Craft and The Crow. Now, The Crow, the 1994 version, I absolutely love that movie. I have seen the 2024 version. It's not the best. It is a little decent to a certain extent, but it's not like the best movie. Also, if they wanted an entire generation to watch The Crow, you could have just had them watch the original instead of trying to make another one. But again, this is nothing against Bill. I thought he did a good job with the movie, but I just don't think it was executed that well. But The Crow, 1994 version, everybody and their mom and grandma watched this movie. It's also based off of a comic, I believe. Even like pro wrestler Sting was inspired by The Crow with his like black and white face paint. Unfortunately, this movie is synonymous with the death of Brandon Lee. May he rest in peace. And this movie had a lot of issues. It wasn't just the death of Brandon Lee. This movie had a bunch of other issues going on. But it really is sad how he died. I feel like his death could have been prevented somehow. if people were just being a bit more safer. Like, there's no excuse for them not to be safe when they're filming a movie like this, whether it's in the 90s or not. Safety should always come first. But yeah, The Crow, 1994. I love that movie. The Craft came out in 1990. I want to say 1996. Rachel True, Fairuza Balk. Those are the only two actresses that I remember from the movie. First of all, Rachel True deserves more respect and more credit for that movie. She's a part of The Craft. She's a part of the movie and the legacy of that movie. There's no excuse for her not to be recognized or represented the way she should have been in the movie. I don't care if she wasn't an actress that wasn't white or whatever race. She deserves all the credit for that movie. There's no excuse for her to be treated the way she was. I don't know if the other actresses said anything or tried to came to her defense, but she deserved so much better when she was in that movie. Stop treating women of color like they're less than in movies. She deserved all the credit for that movie. It wasn't just the other actresses. And, but she also paved the way for witches that are women of color to be featured in movies and TV shows. So thank you, Rachel True. Fairuza Balk, she plays crazy ass Nancy. Nancy Downs. Oh man. She plays crazy ass Nancy. I like her. I do. She's a great person, a great actress. Whew, sorry about that. She plays Nancy. I think she's like, I don't know if she's like the main character of the group or like she is, like the ringleader of the group. And she does give off that vibe of she's very gothic. I also love this movie because it's very gothic, like grunge, like boho. I love the fashion in this movie. So, The Craft, if you haven't seen that movie, I love this movie. If you haven't seen the movie growing up or haven't watched it as a teenager like I did, what are you doing? What are you doing? You were an idiot. I love this movie. I love all my number one picks that I chose for the number one in this video. I love them all. And, yeah. Like I said, guys, that's some of my favorite horror movies. Yeah, so if you guys have seen some of these movies, let me know. Also, I'm wearing this very mesh looking, like see-through, like long sleeve mesh top. Long sleeve button up mesh top. This isn't my shirt. I know it looks a little big on me. It's not mine. It's my grandmother's. She's letting me wear it for today. But, yeah. So, yeah, y'all. Also, my hair is growing back a lot. And, give it a couple, within, 2 or 3 years from now, I bet you it'll grow back a lot. And, I will see you guys in the next video. My next video, I want to talk about, some urban legends, or, folklore, or, the paranormal and the supernatural, different subcultures, like vampire subculture. So I will see you guys in the next video. Happy horror season, happy Halloween.